it doesn't matter. Something small can really spoil your mood, so you self-medicate, swapping feelings for food. It might seem dumb, but if you're telling the truth, it's probably something dating back to your youth. But it's really not that deep. You probably just need some sleep. There's someone else you're meant to be. You just need a little self-belief. So shut up and buck up. Can't keep up, that's bad luck. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. You wish it didn't matter. It shouldn't really matter, 'cause no one thinks it matters. It doesn't really matter. It shouldn't really matter, 'cause all that really matters is what we decide matters. So what do you think matters? 'Cause all that really matters is what we agree matters. And don't make you wanna run, kick, scream and shout. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters. All that really matters is what we decide matters. Everybody's faking just a little bit sometimes. It's how we get by. 'Cause if everyone was honest about how they feel all the time, sparks would fly. It's only polite, that tongue you should bite, 'cause no one needs to know how you feel inside. We can play pretend, play pretend, play pretend, play pretend. Play the part well enough that even you can't call your bluff. You just smile and cry when you're meant to. It's okay to lie if you need to. If you make them all believe you, then maybe your life will come true. Boo. Bear with just a sec, bear with just a sec. Ah! Okay. Hello everybody. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let me just double check my levels there because I forgot to actually double check this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I think I'm alright. I'm not peeking or anything. Hello to my lovely, wonderful stream regulars who I'm sure are out there somewhere. There's somebody out there. So let me know when you guys arrive. Say hello in the chat as you always do to let me know who's here. Yeah, it's a songwriting stream. We haven't had one of these for a little bit because obviously I have been promoting my new single that I just put out. Hi Andy! Knew you'd be there. I figured when I saw those 2 viewers pop up, I think I know who they are. But yeah, we haven't had one for a little bit because obviously I was doing streams to promote the single, and then with all the stuff that I was doing for the single and the fact that I am rejigging my life again at the moment, and this time it's actually working, guys. The rejigging of the life is actually working somewhat. I think it's because it's informed by what's actually going on with my brain and what it needs. But hey, you know, when you actually work with yourself instead of trying to fight against the way that you want to actually do things, it turns out change actually can happen. Anyway, not the point, but with the chaos of all of that, I didn't do a stream last week, but just been a bit much. Plus, you know, you guys probably get a bit sick of me if you had all that content thrown at you, and then I streamed as well. But also, I just sort of fell off the radar big time last week, didn't I? I just forgot to do really anything. Mostly because filming that lyric video took so long. I say filming, photographing rather than filming, because it's actually stop motion animation that I was doing for it. Well, some very, very janky stop motion animation. I didn't really put that much effort into making it look nice and smooth or anything. But yeah, it took forever to do that. It literally took me about 6 hours over 6 hours each day, 2 days. So about 12 hours, I'd say at least in total of just sitting taking the photographs, which I can do now thanks to my new camera that lasts more than an hour. The battery on that thing is crazy, man. It's crazy. Anyway, not the point again. What is the point of me going on and on right now? What am I trying to say? We haven't had a songwriting stream for a while. And I also haven't done much songwriting recently. Just because things have been so chaotic, I just haven't really just sat down and written. I don't tend to do that a lot these days anyway. I don't tend to just sit down and write songs a lot. I quite often write something when I've got like a task that I'm trying to achieve in terms of writing. That or I go on the songwriting retreat. So I wanted to do a songwriting stream just because these are an excuse for me to sit down and just write. And that's always a good thing to sit and do every now and then as a musician, is to just sit and write for the sake of writing rather than write something for some sort of purpose to try and achieve some sort of goal, or because I'm doing some stupid challenge again that I've decided to do. Anyway, so I haven't really thought about what I want to write in tonight's stream. I'm going to leave it sort of open. I've got a couple of things written down here of things that songs I want to try and write at some point. The ideas I've had floating around, but I'm also happy to take prompts and work from those in this stream, because we always get something fun and different and cool out of taking prompts off you guys. So if anybody has a prompt they'd like to give me, you can. I usually open with a song, don't I? While I wait for people to arrive in the chat. I should do that. Let's open with a song. What song shall we open with tonight, guys? I'd say I'd play Pretend, but I haven't brought my lyric book up with me, and I'm not confident I'll remember that one off the top of my head. I reckon even though I've played it recently, because obviously I recorded the acoustic version, I reckon I'll still forget it. Because I haven't played it live at all yet. I really need to get out to an open mic and play it. Let's give it a go. Let's see if I can play Pretend. We have no reverb, just so you know as well. We have no reverb tonight because I haven't set up the mixing desk. For the simple fact that, as I have said multiple times, at the moment I am doing the studio room rejig. So I'll put some pictures up at some point this week so you guys can see what I'm currently... In fact, I'll take a picture when I'm done with the stream and just pop that up on the story, and you guys can have a look at what this room that I'm sitting in actually looks like right now. Because, it's a tip, basically, because everything had to come out of the wardrobe because I've dismantled it. So it's all currently on the floor. And all of the bits of the wardrobe are sort of stacked up against the wall and stuff, waiting to get redone into a vocal booth when I feel brave enough to attempt that. Yeah, so everything else is just sort of scattered all over the place. So we have no reverb tonight because a combo of how chaotic this room is and the fact that I have several gigs this weekend that I am taking my PA for. I didn't want to get all of my PA, because the mixing desk that I usually use for these streams is the same mixing desk that's part of my PA system. That's like a little unit. It's all together and it's packed away at the moment because I had it for a gig the other week, and obviously I haven't streamed since then, so I haven't taken it out, and I didn't want to take it out and possibly risk forgetting to do it put it all back in the bags and stuff until the last minute. Or risk forgetting something. So especially given how chaotic this room is and all the other things I'm doing this week, I just thought, no, we can make do without reverb tonight, because that's the only thing really we get extra. Well, we get the separate mix of the guitar and the vocals because I'm doing it one mic. Got my Rode out again, so I hope the sound is okay. Let me know if things peak or stuff. But we'll just play a little. We'll play a little bit, play pretend, and see if I remember it. That's not how it goes. That's it. Everybody's faking just a little bit sometimes. It's how we get by. So everyone was honest about how they feel all the time. Sparks will fly. It's only polite to tell you should bite, 'cause no one needs to know how you feel. I need to play this one live properly a few times, because I'm just not remembering it after I've sat down and practiced it for weeks, because then I don't play it anywhere. Yeah, I need to take that out to an open mic. Let's have a bit of Somewhere South of Paradise is always a safe one. Or not. Got distracted by what the play pretend chords are for a second. Ripples in the water, soothe my soul. Slowing my heartbeat, restoring control. I watch the sunlight dance from the safety of the shed. Hands above me, the sound of the passing train starts to fade. Here by the riverside, somewhere south of paradise ending. Here in my solitude, I am safe still, freely. Here by the riverside, my somewhere south of paradise now. Okay, I think that's enough of that messing about, just playing songs now. We'll get on with some songwriting, because it's not obviously going to still not going to be a long stream, because I have not sorted out how to connect up my new camera. I need to buy some new connection thingies basically to connect my new camera. So we still got the camera with the battery life that is God knows what on whatever days, because it just charges however much it feels like these days. One day it's just going to completely die on me in a stream and we'll be screwed. But yeah, we're still on that camera for now, so I don't want to waste too much time. Let's get on with some songwriting, shall we? So, I'm not seeing anything in the chat in the ways of a prompt, so I have a couple of things that I've written down as songs that I've thought about, one I had a go at writing, and I've written a version of it before, but I didn't like that version, so I kind of just want to have another go at just taking the concept and writing a new song completely from scratch, getting rid of all of the previous version of it. I haven't even gone back and replayed the song, because I don't want to get stuck in my head and then try and rewrite it and keep coming back to those first ideas that I had. And one that is a bit of a new idea. So one idea I had is I want to write a song called Say Something, about getting frustrated at myself when I'm in situations where I know I need to speak, I need to act, but I just can't make myself. That's a theme that we've explored a lot in my music, so it might be a bit overdone that, but I do want to write that song at some point, because it's one that I've been trying to write for a while. So we could maybe tackle that a little bit tonight and see if anything comes up. Or the other one that I had in mind that I want to try working on at the moment is I came up with this line, "I don't mind the silence." And I thought that could be a good title for a song, or just a very good line in a song that's generally about that sort of theme, because it was just something I can't remember what prompted me to think it. I think I was talking to somebody. Someone called something an awkward silence, and I was sitting there thinking yet again that I don't think this is an awkward silence though. And I find that happens a lot in my life, of people telling me that they don't want to end up in an awkward silence with me, or they're very conscious of there being an awkward silence there, and I'm sitting there like, the silence was not awkward. You telling me the silence was awkward has now made it awkward, but it wasn't awkward until you said that. And I'm very conscious of the fact that I know that I am a lot more comfortable in silence than a lot of people I know are. I think most people aren't very comfortable with silence at all. They feel the need to fill the gap with conversation. They feel the need to say something to make people feel at ease around them. And I've always been somebody who is very comfortable in silence, and actually I require a lot of it. I like silence. And I feel like maybe there's a song in that somewhere about different types of people. But I also thought it could be a good song for like writing a song about feeling confident and people underestimating how confident you're actually feeling. Because I do think there is a confidence that has to come with just sitting in the silence sometimes. I thought maybe that could be. So let me know if there's one of those that you guys like the sound of, that you would like to hear me try and write a little bit of. Otherwise I'll have to pick. And we all know that I don't do decisions. It's one of the defining characteristics of my life is that I am bad at decisions, and so I just don't make them. If you don't make decisions, you avoid making bad ones, at least. Yeah, somehow I still manage to make a lot of bad decisions, actually. And if we're not feeling either of those and we want to hear me write a completely different song, then let me know and we can come up with something random together to write about. Whatever you guys are feeling. Apparently I'm feeling that sort of chord progression tonight, don't know why. Just coming back to those chords every time I try and just play something random. The chat seems to not have an opinion. You guys are going to force me to make the decision, aren't you? I shall remember this and hold it against you. You guys can hear me alright as well, by the way. You can. The sound is okay, right? Because I am conscious of the fact that the sound is usually not great when I just use the Rode mic like this. Because I struggle to get it set well for the various different me yelling, me singing, me just talking normally. Maybe I should. I don't want to have it too close because then it won't pick up the guitar well. If I have it there, then it's not going to pick up the guitar as well. I want it picking up both, really. So. But yeah, yell if it's too quiet or anything. I'm having to remember to sort of point myself towards it as well, because I keep trying to talk over here and like that's not going to be very helpful. It's a quiet chat tonight. Cool, we are hearing me fine. Cool. Okay. Let's go with this I don't mind the silence and see if I can come up with anything for it. We'll see where this ends up. Bum 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 bum. I sort of brought all of my notes up from various things with me, and there's just chaos back here right now. As always. I'm gonna make this our title for now, because I can always come back and rewrite it and change titles and stuff later. But I'm gonna make I Don't Mind the Silence our title. I don't know if I should go like really specific, like I quite often, because you guys have listened to my music, so you know that I don't tend to get like metaphorical or like particularly poetic with my lyrics. I tend to be much more state things as they are kind of lyricist. But maybe I want to go a bit more poetic with this one. I'm feeling something maybe kind of poetic-y. I'm also kind of feeling that chord progression, I think. I do like that one. It's a C major, E major, A minor. It is a fave of mine, that. Oh, bless you, Andy. I talk to myself, and that has nothing to do with being lonely and just everything to do with the fact that I am a little bit crazy. Nothing wrong with talking to yourself a little. As long as you don't believe that you're talking to real voices, you're good. Talking to yourself is a necessary part of life. If you put a camera in front of yourself, it's not talking to yourself anymore. It's having a YouTube channel then. Just gotta figure out where we're gonna start now. I think I am going to turn the mic up a little, because I'm probably going to be quite quiet for a bit, and I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Does mean you can also hear the laptop more, unfortunately. Just breathing away over there. Do we start with that line, or do we start with something else? I feel like that line could be the start of a chorus or a refrain or something, at least. I don't mind the silence. Something like this. I feel like I'm feeling that sort of a song out of it. struggling. I've got like a vibe, but nothing specific coming to mind. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the wind. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of my own breathing down. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind through the trees, water running, running. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my heartbeats or listen to my heartbeats or sometimes I just stop to listen. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the tree, wind in the trees, water running. Try to count my heartbeats need to hear my breathing. Check if can't tell if I like that or not. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my own heartbeats or arr. It's not coming out very me so far as well, that. that's where we're going to. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my own heartbeats and hear my breathing. You want silence and a stop, and then. Something like that. Sometimes I just stop to listen. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the air. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my own heartbeats, beats, and hear my breathing. It's not uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable. It leaves me comfortable. It's feeling. Don't mind that. I feel like that's maybe not where it wants to exactly start. Maybe that's in there somewhere. I feel like we're writing bits of a song here and we're not really going to write a full song. We're just going to come up with a bunch of ideas that I then have to cobble together later. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my heartbeats, so hear my breathing. Find that one sound, breathing. Find that one. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind and the trees, the water running. I to count my heartbeat or hear my breathing. Find that one sound among nothing. Among nothing. Something like that, something like that, something like that. There's going to be another verse there, I think, and then the refrain of I don't mind silence. I don't mind silence. I don't mind silence. Wraps me up. I don't mind silence. It gives me space to breathe. I don't mind silence. It gives me space to breathe. I don't mind. Problem is, there's not much that rhymes with silence, so now it's like, what do you do if you're not going to rhyme? I don't mind silence. It gives me space to breathe. Something like that. We're getting somewhere now, because I like that. So that is our first line of our refrain, I think. Silence. I want to kind of go with the opposite of what we usually, because people often, the metaphors around silence are often quite negative. There's the whole silence is golden thing, but that quite often is like more of a thing that's like directed at like children and stuff to try and get them to shut up. Certain people's silence is seen as golden in that, but most of the time silence is most of the metaphors around it. We talk about a deafening silence. We talk about being suffocated by the silence and stuff like that. So I kind of want to flip those on their head, because I want to give the opposite sort of feeling. Just got to figure out the exact lines to do it with. I don't mind the silence. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space to breathe. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space to breathe. It gives me space to breathe, space to breathe. I feel like I'm not going to get there tonight. I don't think I'm going to have the breakthrough, but I feel like I've got some ideas there to work with. I'm going to write down that sort of verse idea I came up with as well. I don't think I like that for the start, maybe, but it might be in there somewhere or something like that. How'd it go again? It was, sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my heartbeats, oh yeah, my heartbeats, oh yeah, my breathing. Don't remember what I put there. I put something there, didn't I? And I do think I'm definitely going to go in when I come back in that, from that pause with that A minor E F G I liked. I feel like maybe that could be a second verse instead of a first verse. I don't think I like it for the opening. Sometimes I just stop to listen to the sound of the wind in the trees, the water running. Try to count my heartbeats, or am I breathing? I don't mind the silence again. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe. Something like that. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel what I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel what I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel, to breathe, to feel whatever I need. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Something like that. Something like that. I do like that second line I came up with. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need. Gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel and I be. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, there we go. We got something. I'm writing down that second line, but I have no idea where it's going from there. Because I feel like it's going to be lots of lines that sort of run into each other that I'll just come up with in one go. But the camera battery is slowly starting to die. It gives me the space I need to feel, breathe, to feel whatever I feel and I be. I feel and I feel the need to move. I think I just came up with something. Something like this. I don't mind silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel, and I feel the need to explain it away for the sake of mind the silence. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. Something like that. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel, and I feel the need to explain it away for the sake of explain it away for the sake of filling space, and for the sake of filling space and wasting time, and for the sake of filling space, for the sake of filling space, and for the sake of filling space. For the sake of spilling, for the sake of filling space and spending time. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel Ah, no, that's not right. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel, and I feel the need to explain it away for the sake of filling space, and then explain it away for the sake of filling space, and for the sake of filling space and spending time. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel, and I feel the need to explain it away for the sake of explain it away for the sake of filling space. I don't mind the silence. It gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel, and I feel the need to explain it away. I feel the need to explain it away for the sake of filling space and just spending time. Gives me the space I need to breathe, to feel whatever I feel, and I feel the need to explain it away for the sake of filling space. For the sake of filling space in my club, for the sake of filling space, and for the sake of filling space and spending time in my club. Mine, I don't mind the silence. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. There we go. I think I got a chorus-ish there. I'll probably play with those lines some more, but hey. Just writing this down before I forget it, before I'll say toodles to you all, because we're at a good point to stop there, I think, given the camera battery won't last much longer. But I just want to note down what I came up with there. Cool! I didn't think we were going to get somewhere for a bit there, and we haven't really got, like, a full completed idea there. I sort of bounced around from a couple of different things, but I feel like I've got something solid to work around in terms of a refrain there to come back to. Some other ideas in there that were working okay. We might throw them in, we'll see. But I've got a start on that, and I think it's sounding good. I might change up the chord progression to change up the melodies a little, maybe. I might make it a bit softer. It's a bit aggressive, maybe, at the moment. But, yeah, it's a good start. Anyway, it's been ages since I just sat down and did that, so that was quite nice to just do. I need to find more time. Just sit and write songs sometimes, don't I? I've been too busy lately with all of the stuffs. Anywho, I shall let you guys go for the evening. So you can go and enjoy the rest of your evenings doing whatever you have planned. Maybe go talk to yourself some more. Sit in the silence and just talk to yourself. I can highly encourage that. It's one of my favourite pastimes. I'm not even joking. I do that far too much. Anywho, there will be some sort of video on Thursday. I think it's probably going to be behind the scenes video on Thursday because I've got a bunch of behind the scenes footage I need to sort through, so I should get on with that. And I will not... Oh, no, I might do a stream next week because I originally wasn't gonna because of something that was happening, but that thing is now not happening. So I might do a stream next week. We will see. I'll let you guys know on Sunday as always if I'm going to stream or not. But I might be doing a stream next week, and if so, it'll probably be just like a normal-ish one, or maybe I'll do a songwriting one again. I'll let you guys decide. You guys can let me know which one you want. I'll let you pick. Anywho, have a nice night, guys, and see you next week. Bye! I need to make an end screen already.